Hi everyone on YouTube, I'm here, welcome back to my channel. So I am doing the last of the blog posts that I've written in video form for the time being. Next month and the coming months after, preceding months, I will be doing a couple of topics in video form from my blog throughout the month, interspersed with other topics that I've discussed, probably like once or twice a month. The only caveat to that is that I want to make sure I get the series that I'm going to be doing. I've been inspired by a lot of things lately, and I'm inspired to do a series, and the first thing I'm going to be talking about, or one of the first few things, is going to be meditation. Just a small little series. Anyhow, hope you all are doing well. But in this video, I want to talk about solitary practice and why I'm a solitary practitioner, why I practice witchcraft and paganism with a solitary witch. Because mainly the first thing is because it's a necessity right now. I don't have access to a lot of groups in my area that I know of, and even when I wrote this post, I did explore groups. I did explore various avenues to that, and for me, part of the thing is that transportation was a big deal. And I want to make sure that I can get to and from where I'm going, and these groups are beneficial for me, and I really am grateful for the experiences that I've had. I didn't get a chance to do the stuff in person because they changed the place from place to place, and I want to make sure I can commit to something, and I didn't want to take away from anybody else's time with that group. That being said, I've done online stuff with a group a while back, and it was great. I loved those experiences. Really taught me a lot, and I love the people that I've met from it. I love the people that I've met since that post as well. I'm finding communities in ways I didn't even realize. You know, I'm finding groups of people, even if it's not a group that necessarily practices in the same way that I do, like I mentioned in the post, just to have a community of people, a place, a community whereby we can practice some type of magic, or just to be with like-minded individuals to talk about witchcraft, magic, paganism, you know, maybe deities. And since that post, I've met a lot of people where I have had those discussions, and I think it's fantastic, and I love those people. They're amazing people. I'm grateful for them, and I'm grateful to have met them and blessed. Further, I find that it's also allowed me to understand why I am solitary, apart from the necessity and the transportation and all of those things. I am the kind of person, when I commit, I commit. I want to make sure I can do the things that I want to do, and do it in a way that is meaningful, that I can complete what I start, that I can fully commit and do it with, you know, be wholehearted and be fully involved in the things that I'm learning. Also, one of the things that I value as being a solitary practitioner is that I get to learn in my own way, at my own pace. And not that I couldn't do that in a coven setting, because I feel like in a coven setting I can. But it's going to be a different dynamic, because you're going to have other people learning different things, and not everybody has the same interests at that. Further, I think that the other aspects of being solitary is that I can, you know, learn and practice anywhere. I'm not tied to a schedule. Not that that's a bad thing. Again, the wind is picking up, so I apologize. But even though like those things are part of the coven setting, I find that for myself, learning and practicing anywhere, I mean, short of me going to like the woods, but even then, like if transportation wasn't a problem, that would not be an issue for me. But that being said, like I find that just being able to learn something, such as, you know, a different aspect of ritual, or a different type of spell, or a different type of way of doing the similar spells. For example, I'm learning different ways to do candle spells with different types of candles, because normally I use like tapers or tea lights. Further, I feel like being a solitary practitioner does have some drawbacks. Like I said, the community aspect, which is changing for me, but also Just having people to celebrate holidays with, having to, talk about those days and why we celebrate them. That being said, like, I feel like eventually I will be a part of a coven at some point, hopefully. I also haven't found, and this is what I haven't mentioned in the post, I haven't found a tradition or a path in particular that has suited me at this point. And I think it's because I've gone through so many transitions within my path of practice that I would want to make sure that I am perfectly aligned with that traditions, sects, however you want to phrase it, mostly people call it tradition. Those traditions, values, beliefs, who they worship, and right now, I don't have a specific deity, but I have a relationship, with various spirits and the elemental beings, a relationship with nature. And right now, those are the things I look for in a coven. I feel like a lot of those things would have that. But at this point in time, I feel like being solitary is giving me what I need. I value my practices as a solitary witch. I value learning what I need to learn when I need to learn it. And I feel like a coven setting will definitely help me when it is the right time. Furthermore, or rather in addition to, I find that being solitary, practicing solitary, allows me the ability to understand what works for me in my path at this moment. Also, I feel like when I do go into a coven setting, this is probably one of my bigger points and my final point in this discussion that I didn't mention in the post, and I'm really thinking about it. I find that being a solitary practitioner, being a solitary witch, what it allows me is that I am able to be more effective in my craft and in my practice. And when I do join a coven at some point, when the time comes, when I am given that opportunity to join that coven or be a part of that group, even if it is just a small group of people and we have discussions, I'm okay with that as well. I'm also okay with just practicing from time to time. I've had beautiful ritual experiences with people just celebrating a holiday, or doing a specific ritual for a specific thing, doing magic for a specific thing as well. But I find that because of my set developed practice, because I have taken the time to develop my practice from the ground up, and I'm able to practice alone from anywhere, I feel like I'm better off for it when I join a group, whatever that group is, coven, open circle, whichever of the two. And I find that I'm going to be more effective, and I'll be able to help others through my experiences. And also I'll be able to learn from the coven. I'll be able to learn from the members, whether they're new or whether they're more advanced, shall we say, than I am. It's going to be an interesting experience when that comes about. So I hope you all are well. Stay safe. Looking forward to what's coming up in March. And I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing week. Many blessings to you all. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Please make sure the bell sound is set to all, and I'll speak to you all soon.